It's not morning.
I was just about to say morning.
I get
It's
to
a
you first.
We're in the afternoon.
We certainly are.
We're in
I
the
know,
afternoon.
it's very
today.
strange, but hello and good afternoon.
Can't be bad, can it?
Nah, great. All good, all good.
And so, did you have a good weekend?
I did. It was hectic though. Very, very hectic. I was, sorting out clients at exhibitions, and so it's been
Is your voice all right,
non-stop.
dear?
Is my what all
Is your
right?
voice all right?
No, it's not actually.
It's very husky
kind of
this
like
afternoon.
lost
It's got this
today.
huskiness to your voice this
I
afternoon.
think it's the weather. It's the weather. Yeah.
It's the weather.
Yeah, we've got a packed show today, haven't we?
Packed show, tell me about it. So, as always, we first of all just say to our wonderful people, on the Muslim religion as well, happy, what is it, Ramadan, isn't
Ramadan.
it? I was just about to say Hanukkah.
No, Ian.
Definitely the wrong thing.
Oh no.
Why did that come into my head? Well, have a happy Ramadan, guys. And again, as we were saying to you last week, be careful. If you're going to Mecca, just be very, very careful as well, because of all the issues. Now we have fabulous guests on today. We have the very, very lovely Jolieanna today.
Hello.
Hi, thanks for coming back.
Oh, thank you for having me on the show.
You're welcome.
So did you change to afternoon especially for me?
We did.
Well,
You
of
know
course.
that alarm
Well, of
is
we,
course.
we
shot
did.
Yeah, I love the show.
We changed the channel.
We did.
We've changed the appearance.
We're that powerful.
We're power mad. We're power mad. So we're really today. We're not going to be serious, but there is serious subjects as well, because we're talking about beauty pageants, but the result of beauty pageants on how charities are affected, how you can fundraise for them and create awareness as well. So, Miss Bombshell, International. Where's my crown, by the way?
She's the director.
Every single time. Every single
Oh,
time.
no,
All
Johnny.
these girls are going to come on, they've got
Johnny,
their
no.
crowns. Essentially. I never have a
I
crown.
so apologise for
Oh,
him.
he's quite okay. Well, I'm really excited for you to see my ladies' crowns and for me to introduce you to some of my lovely title holders.
Mhm.
So we're here to talk about International Bombshell pageants,
Yes.
and it's a competition based on beauty pageants, but there is a lot more to it pre-event, and the ladies that you're going to meet are an example of the fantastic work and the fantastic individuality of my bombshell ladies. So they're all ladies of substance, they all have fantastic backstories, they all have their own platforms, and I can't wait for you to meet them.
Fantastic.
So the part of becoming a contestant is, do they have to already be supporting a charity? How does this work?
So as I said, it's a competition based on beauty pageants, so there will be the traditional pageant finale, the glamorous affair, but all of our ladies are expected to be role models in their community.
Okay.
And the majority of them come to us already with a platform, whether that be a charity, which in most cases it is, or whether it be a business that they want to promote. A lot of our ladies are into network marketing, and if charity work is something that the ladies are very passionate about, but they don't have their own charity that they already support, we do have a global charity for the Bombshell pageant, and that is always different every year, and it's always the charity of the previous platform winner.
Okay. So what's going to be do you know what's going to be the charity?
I don't know what the charity is going to be, no, the new one, because that will be based on who
wins.
wins.
Oh, who wins? Got you.
I was awake, so I just realised as soon as I asked the question, I knew the answer already. It's all right, I haven't had any lunch yet, folks.
So, no, what's the criteria for them to enter your competition?
There is almost no criteria. They just have to be passionate about what they're doing. We have 4 different age divisions, so they'd only be competing against ladies of similar age. The new contestants compete to either be our reigning international Miss, Mrs, Ms or Classic. And we don't finish there. We don't like to kiss goodbye to our bombshells. So after they've won their title, the 4 title holders compete against each other for the entire next year, the entire next 12 months, based on their reign and the impact they have on the next league of contestants, and one of those will become the ultimate bombshell.
Okay. So, how can people contact you for this?
So we have a website, there's a contact page, and it is www.internationalbombshell.com. So just go over to the contact page. It will give you lots more information about all of our ladies, all of their platform charities, and of course how you can become a bombshell.
And how did you come up with the
Title.
name?
I know, I love the title.
Because it obviously it reminds me of the 1950s, 1960s.
Yes.
Is that where it's come from?
Very much. Well, being completely honest, I'm actually the second director of this pageant. It was actually founded by somebody who used to be my personal mentor, absolutely fantastic lady who used to be in a band called the Bombshells, and they used to support the Spice Girls on tour. So it was a really big deal. And the reason that I got involved in Bombshell is because the word itself, even though this wasn't the original meaning, the word bombshell itself just said to me something or someone that screams or demands the room and is there to make a difference, make an impact. So that's what Bombshell meant to me personally when I entered, and I'm supremely proud to now be the director of the organisation and see all of my girls make that impact on the world.
Amazing. So what are you up to next? After this?
Preparations for the final. The finale is in Turkey this year, 15th to
Nice. So you get
22nd of
to
October.
15th to the 22nd.
15th to the 22nd, an entire
There
week.
you go.
Yeah, so
Right.
no show.
We might
that
want to
week,
judge
and
that,
you,
Ian.
You might want to film from out there.
We might want to film. Oh, that's fantastic news.
That's
Can't
great
wait to
stuff.
meet the girls.
So Jolieanna, we're just going to have a short
Of
break
course,
now,
yes.
folks, and we're going to bring on the first of the pageant young ladies.
Thank
you.
you.
You're
Thank you for
welcome.
having me.
Thank you.
And we're back. No one tells us we're back, but we're back. The only way I know, folks, that we're back is when this young lady nudges me in
I
the
did
ribs.
this time. I'm still getting used to the new time.
We'll have to get some sandwiches or
Yeah,
something.
definitely.
Anyway, we have Sarah Emerson,
Yes.
who is the ultimate international bombshell. That is a rather hard thing to say at 3
It
o'clock in
is.
an afternoon.
It really is. Welcome,
Yes,
Sarah.
and thank you for having me.
Oh, you're welcome. Oh,
And
where's
you're-
that beautiful accent
I
from?
know, you're from Northern Ireland.
Yes, yeah, Northern Ireland, and currently studying in Leeds, so I'm a bit closer.
Oh, what you studying?
Medicine.
Oh, beauty and brains. Look
Yes.
at that.
So I hope to go on to become a plastic surgeon, hopefully, and specialise in burns and trauma surgery.
Okay.
Yeah, I saw firsthand the effects that scars can have on people, and I feel that that would be a really worthwhile career.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, I've worked with people who had burns in the past, and so it's one of those things that it is just as much mentally scarring. And when you look, I mean, recently there's been acid attacks in London, and there's been all sorts of
That's
ferocious
awful.
things.
Yeah.
So to be able to do that. Anyway, we will talk about that in a second, but what is it like to be ultimate international bombshell?
How did you get there? What were the stages?
For me, it was a slight surprise. Bombshell was my first pageant. I had never dreamed of entering a beauty pageant. My self-esteem was never there. However, I took the leap and entered at the international level and got to Spain. Throughout Spain, met all the lovely girls, and then won. But what stood out to me about Bombshell that made that thing click was the impact that the Bombshell girls have on the community. It's not just about your looks, it's about your platform. My platform is about mental health and how mental health affects youths. Specifically back home with the Neve Louise Foundation. As in my school, we've had a suicide each year for the past 6 years.
Goodness.
What do you put it down to these days? Because there is, there was another piece, another package on television recently about students now, more and more students going through university and they're taking their lives. Why do you think that is?
I think social media has a big part to play, to be
Oh,
honest.
do you really?
Yeah, there's constant pressure to do more, to achieve more, even a constant stream of emails, a constant stream of social media. You're never gonna be able to read it all. And just that pressure, I think that puts on, especially teenagers, young people,
Yeah.
both female and male.
Yeah, I was just going to ask you that, male and female, right?
Yeah.
And how does the charity help?
They offer support groups, they offer holistic therapies, such as reflexology, which was something that at the time
Right.
I never thought would help, but actually going and seeing the influence that has on people, it's just a safe space where people can come
Yeah.
and feel safe, make
Yeah.
a cup of tea,
Yeah.
just sit down and talk to somebody.
Oh, we'll
That's
go
what
then
they-
if we can make a cup of tea. You know me, well,
Definitely.
tea sponge.
No, but it is all about communication, really, isn't it? And that's what you're basically saying.
And I
charity
think,
supports,
and I
yes.
think the other big thing is that somebody cares.
Yeah.
You know, that somebody cares enough, to actually sort of deal with us in the first place. What was the effect? Did you get any adverse effects? You know, when you won the title, you know, because you were talking about social media, and there is sometimes, you know, these terrible things. So, did you find anything yourself, or did you find everybody was very congratulatory?
In general, people were congratulatory. Like, there's always going to be negative feedback, especially
Yeah.
on social media. I have had multiple pages remade using my images,
Really?
catfished as such as me, saying not very nice things, pretending to be me.
How do you do? Sorry.
Yeah, no, it's just-
How do you deal with those types of comments?
It's about the support network that you have around you, 100%. Speaking to your friends, family,
And with Bombshell as well.
and with the Bombshell girls, it is a family. You make friends for life, and that's what you need to be able to feel supported.
What do you think is the modern image of a pageant?
A pageant in general is the skinny, blonde, blue-eyed girl.
Well, that's the thought process.
That's
but
the thought process, but what Bombshell is so much more than that. It's, for example, one of the girls that competed against me had alopecia.
Right.
She was able to walk down in her final walk and take her wig off. And to me, that just screams
Right.
what Bombshell is.
Absolutely.
Because it's not about your looks. She was so passionate about Alopecia UK that she was able to show the world what she was most insecure about. And Bombshell's all about that.
Well, we remember because we judged a pageant
We
last
did.
year, and one of the girls had come from Australia, and she just had her head shaved.
That's right.
I thought it was the style of her that she was going for,
Typically, yeah.
but she just had her head shaved just
Yeah.
beforehand, you know, for charity. And she came to. What do you think a pageant gives to someone like yourself?
Confidence, 100%. There is no way 3 years ago that I would have been sat here on live TV. It gives you a voice that you wouldn't have otherwise, and it gives you friends and a support.
And with the work that you're wanting, was there a reason behind it, or you just felt that it's necessary to have more plastic surgeons?
It's necessary to have plastic surgeons that aren't just about the looks, that know the depth of the pain that those people are going through, that it's not all superficial. As you said, it's both a very challenging thing physically but also mentally, and I feel like that's something that we need more.
And you had, I know you were telling me beforehand that you were in a wheelchair for a year yourself, so
Yeah.
just very briefly, just say.
Yeah, I had an operation on my legs when I was 12, 13, and I was lucky enough to experience being in a wheelchair for a year, which was a completely different outlook on life, because you don't realise how much of an impact having an impairment has on you until you're actually in that position. And I think having that opportunity was a real testimony to who I am today.
Excellent.
Wow.
Well, you're a fabulous young lady.
I have to say, you're a very inspirating young lady.
Absolutely.
Very inspiring.
And so we're just going to take another short break, and we're going to have another inspirational story. It's Inspirational
Thank you
Day
so
today,
much.
isn't it? I feel inspired. Now we have another very pretty pageant person. I feel that was all the P's, isn't it? All the P's are
Oh, you
pretty
didn't
pageant
stumble over
person.
that, did
I
you?
didn't stumble over that this afternoon.
It's Vicky Lang.
Vicky Lang, and another Miss International Bombshell.
Very nice to meet you.
You too.
So tell us a little bit again about what is the type of support mechanism that you're creating, utilising your title.
Well, I do a lot of different things, but my platform charity is Me and D,
Okay, what's
which basically is a foundation set up originally by Maria Hansen, and it's called that. And what it does is creates memories for children with uncertain futures, basically to have holidays and create those memories that they may not have had. They also started to support ex-armed forces personnel who have had injuries and the trauma from that. So that's my main platform.
Why did you choose that?
Well, when I came into Bombshell, it was the chosen charity for them.
Okay.
Okay.
And you know, it was, some things were close to my heart with when I heard about the children they supported with brain tumours and stuff. So I kind of took that under my wing and was like, yeah, I'm going to go for this.
Had you known people going through that particular type of problem yourself, or was it?
Yeah, it's myself. Yeah, I've had 3 brain tumours and 10 lots of surgery. So yeah.
And how does that feel? How do you get over? Because that is the most terribly
Yes,
brave thing
yeah.
to say. How do you get over issues like that?
I'd be lying if I said it wasn't difficult. At the age of 21, they found my first one, and it kind of ruptured. So it left me unable to walk and talk.
Gosh.
I was in a coma for like 9 weeks,
Oh my goodness.
but it didn't feel like that. You know,
When you woke up?
yeah, I woke up and I'd just been in a long sleep. So to me, it was just, okay, let's just build on that. But not being able to walk and talk and have people feed you food for 9 months that you didn't want to eat. You know, I'm 21 and I'm stuck in a bed. So I kind of didn't have really much motivation. I was in Germany, foreign country. Basically just fought my way. I'm going to be able to tell you that you're not feeding me this food, and I need to get out of this bed, you know? So yeah, that was difficult. But the problem was then it kept reoccurring. And each time it gets a bit more difficult because of what they have to take away. But it isn't going to stop me.
So what motivated you, what motivated you to do the Bombshell competition?
The logic behind it, the reasons that you can be anybody you want to be. It doesn't matter how different you are. There's a lot of emphasis on different pageants about beauty, but to me beauty starts within, and I think it's really important to get that message out. You know, you don't have to be the best looking. I've had my head shaved, you know, and I found as a woman that was the hardest thing about
But you've got
being
incredible hair now,
Yeah.
haven't you? Gosh.
I look after it now.
Yeah.
But if you're faced with that, I guess it's more difficult as a woman than it would be
Yeah,
if you were a
of
guy
course.
to have your head shaved.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And what do you think pageants give to someone like yourself? What was the inspiration? What was that spark, that step that you decided I'm going to enter a pageant?
The strength. I've always felt I'm strong, but sometimes you doubt yourself. On a down day, you really like questioning in your mind, are you strong enough? Can you take another blow? Can you face adversity in any other way? I mean, we all face it. It's just how we get over that. And I found with Bombshell, it gave me that status, that title, which may not have meant anything to anybody else, but to me,
But for you,
it was
yes.
my way of life. So
Yeah.
I just took that on board, and I was like, well, if I'm going to set an example to the world with this title, I can't back down. I can't be weak. I've got to be strong.
So are you going to, because your next step is to be the ultimate
Yes,
Bombshell.
hopefully.
No. Be positive now.
No, I mean, anyone I'm up against deserves the crown just as much as me. We've all worked extremely hard. We're like sisters, and to be honest, whoever wins it is deserving. But you know, it would be amazing. It'd be a dream come true.
How can people contact you, to sort of help support your charity?
There's a website. It's which is dev.co.uk.
And, for the future, what's the dream?
The dream I have, the biggest dream, is to change laws against women who have been abused.
Okay.
The laws at the minute are not protecting enough women if they have children, and there's been a lot of people getting their children taken away. So I've been working on that now for about 7 months. It's going well, and I've been talking politically, so let's just change the laws.
Let's watch
with
this
that.
space with you,
Yeah,
eh?
definitely.
Amazing lady.
Well, thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you.
I mean, do you know what? Some days we have a lot of fun on this show, and we have a lot of enjoyment on the show. Days like this are so full of inspiration as well, and I hope all the viewers watching this afternoon realise that time that you can go through things in life, you can always find a way.
Oh, absolutely. You're a testament to that.
And what a testament, what
Yeah.
a wonderful young lady. So we're just going to take another short break,
Thanks very much.
You're welcome.
and we're going to go and have another inspirational story. It's inspirational after, my goodness me. You're going to inspire me as well. And we're back again.
I know. I mean, the two women we've just had on before.
3 women. I
Oh,
mean,
my goodness,
you
we've
know,
got Penny now.
we've had some emotional.
So moving, very moving. Because
moving
normally
stories.
I got a lot to say today. I'm just like in awe.
Yeah.
I'm completely in awe by these women.
Absolutely. So now we have Penny Stewart, who is Mrs. International Bombshell.
Yes, Mrs.
Welcome
Hello.
again.
Hello again. Thanks
Hello.
for having me back.
You're welcome.
You're welcome. So again, Penny, explain to us, why did you go into beauty pageants in the first place?
Because of my daughter. My daughter was, when she was 7, she entered her first beauty pageant, and then I said to myself, I can't let her go on stage not knowing that, the anxiety and the pressure and the nerves. So I gave it a go, and I haven't looked back since. Just been
How long
obsessed.
ago was this?
About 5 years. So yeah, she's nearly 13 now. So yeah.
And then you went into it yourself, and you're a great example of a lady with children to actually still want to do things with your life. Did you find Miss International Bombshell? Did you find it an inspiration as well?
Yeah, definitely. I first heard about it from Jolieanna because she had entered it, and I'd competed in a few of her previous systems. And she explained it all to me, and she told me just how amazing it was, and all of the different things they'd done, and how it was slightly different from a normal pageant, and just about the ethos of the pageant, and that really appealed to me. And from that, I was just like, right, I'm going to enter this pageant. And it took about a year, but I entered it.
And that was your first pageant?
No, that was my second international
pageant. Mm.
Yeah, but I'd done numerous charity pageants beforehand. So.
And what type of charities and support mechanisms do you have yourself? What type of things do you like to support?
So my main platform is Angel Wings Baby Child Loss Support, which is a charity that's based in Scotland.
Mm-hmm.
It was one lady who set it up who lost her twins
Mm-hmm.
years ago, and she just wanted to set it up because there's not enough support there for parents
Mm.
that have gone through loss, but it's not their focus. When it first started, their focus was on pregnancy loss, because there is support for people who've had stillborn babies.
Mm.
Yeah.
There's not support for people who have had a miscarriage. So stillborn is classed after 24 weeks, and anything before that, there's no support. So when I lost my son, I went for about 2 years with having no support whatsoever.
Mm.
And then I found Michaela, and Michaela really helped me, and now I talk about it, and I talk about it to other people, and I find out their stories, and I find things out that they've never shared before. And it's nice to have other people open up about these things.
And it is amazing pain, isn't it, that you go through. I mean, I know that personally as well, so it's amazing pain. And it's something you can never forget either as well.
Yeah.
So I suppose part of working in pageants and being part of pageants is really to highlight that the person that you lost is still alive in one way.
Yeah, because I say I have 4 children. They don't all live on this earth, but I do have 4 children.
Yeah.
I gave birth to 4 children, so I do
Yeah.
have 4 children.
Mm.
And that's what a lot of parents won't say that, and a lot of parents just talk about their earthly children, but just out of, because it can make people feel uncomfortable, and it can make people feel different things, when actually I should be proud and I should be okay to say that actually I have 4 children.
Oh, absolutely.
Do you actually go out there to, mothers groups and things like that? Do you do workshops at all? How do they get to?
Well, I used to.
Support
Well, I used to work for a fifth. I run a group. I can't remember the name.
Don't worry about
Okay.
that.
Yeah.
Don't worry about
I,
that.
I can't even remember who I am half the time.
They got teen mums, so I
Teen
set up
mums.
a group because I was a teen mum.
Right.
So I set up a group for that. But since working for Angel Wings, it's just about guiding people to Angel Wings' 14 different groups that support different types of child loss. So they don't just support pregnancy and infants, they also support armed forces who have had children die
Yeah.
when they're serving, and they support suicide parents, and they support
How-
grandparents as well.
How can people get in contact?
So
with
it's
Angel
a
Wings?
Facebook-run organisation, and it's called Angel Wings Baby and Child Loss Support Groups, and they're all on Facebook. It's run by a lovely lady called Michaela Street, and then also contacting me, because I can then forward you onto the Facebook group.
Terrific. Well, Penny, thank you
Wow,
so
thank you
much
so much,
again
Penny,
for
yeah.
coming on as well. We're just going to take one more very short break, and then we're just going to say goodbye today as a collective with everybody, because I think today has been a very special program. So we're just going to take a very short break, and then you'll see us back to say farewell.
You don't want to know what we're laughing
Oh dear me! The death threats I get from this woman. Every single time I thought we'd do something happy.
Oh.
But I think we need to do, Mr. Producer, we need to have a wide shot of everybody now, because today I think this has been the most fabulous show.
It really has.
This has been
There's
the
such
most
inspiration.
inspirational show.
They are. Thank you, ladies. Thank you so
I
much.
think you're all to be admired. I mean, goodness me, the amount of traumas that you've all gone through with your lives, and you look stunning. You look beautiful. I want a crown.
No, Ian, you can't have a crown.
I want a crown. I keep on. Do you know, folks? I never get anything.
No. Yes, you do.
I'm always the one person. So you get the perfumes and the makeup. I never get anything. I never get anything. Anyway, so again, thank you so much for watching today. It's been the most inspirational day for all
Yes,
the
and
two of us
thank you,
today.
wonderful ladies, again.
Thanks for
Keep
having
up the
us.
good work.
And can I say, as always, keep on smiling, because it makes people wondering what you're smiling about. Have a great day. Bye.
Take care. Bye.
Bye.